March 22nd, up here on the Prairie Orchard. I'm up here with Sasha doing a little bit of gardening. We've cleaned up some of these vegetable beds, took some of the wildflowers and weeds that were dead off of the beds, and am just preparing some of the soil. My first project here is a set of potatoes, and we got over here on the far right a couple seed potatoes of the blue variety, a blue fleshed, purple fleshed potato. Then next to it we have some Yukon Gold, a couple potatoes in there. Then we have red Norland in the next to last bin there, and then over here at the end of the row we've got a mixture of red Norland and then one more Yukon Gold. I put a little bone meal in with them. As you can tell from my garden, I am not a highly organized, meticulous gardener. I don't mind letting the weeds take over, and last year I found actually that doesn't hurt some of the production. Well, it may hurt some of the production, but we got good vegetables nonetheless out of these vegetable beds with minimal weeding, almost a permaculture approach to growing these vegetables. At any rate, I'm going to finish up here, put a little bit of compost on these, cover them up, and as they grow I'm going to mound up some mulch around them. I'm starting them low because I want to avoid having to irrigate, and it gets kind of dry out here during the summer, but if I keep them down into the soil in a trench, they're much more likely to stay moist. Okay, Prairie Orchard, March 22nd, 2015. Okay, and a couple more vegetable beds after hitting this bed with a little bit of composted manure, especially in the carrot area. We got ourselves sown some Danvers half long in 2/3 of the bed, and just because there's only so many radishes you can eat in this last third, where there's not really much compost, we have sparkler radish. A radish with a white tip and a red top. I've just found that the radishes can grow just about anywhere without even much fertilizer, and they just take about a month to grow. So we'll grow a crop, probably grow another crop later on, and then over in this bed we have some greens. I put some blood meal in here along with some composted manure. And in the top half over here, I mean the right half I should say, we have some Swiss chard, Fortic Giant. And then here on the north end of this bed, the left end of the bed, we've got kale, some Premier kale. So again, this is my my minimal effort to grow some vegetables this year. I'm not going to be doing a ton of weeding, and we'll see how this does over the next few months. So far we got kale and chard, 3 types of potatoes. We got some carrots, Danvers, and then sparkler radishes over there. And before too long over in this area we will have some onions. And beyond the onions we have actually some of the collard greens from last year that are sort of grown in a permacultural environment there, along with my black raspberries. And let's see how those do this year. Signing off from the Prairie Orchard. Have a nice weekend.